Hi, Louisiana Realtors. Louisiana Realtors spent week 6 of the legislative session actively engaged on several bills at the Capitol impacting core industry priorities, including private property rights, affordability, redevelopment, and transactions-related regulations. Most of the meaningful activity remained in the House, where lawmakers continued advancing measures with direct implications for the real estate market. House Bill 284 by Representative John Weibel, which would authorize certain local governments to expropriate blighted property by declaration of taking, failed on final passage in the House Tuesday by a 48-47 vote and remains subject to reconsideration. Meanwhile, House Bill 472 by Representative Alonzo Knox, which would authorize rent stabilization at the local level, was voluntarily deferred in committee following testimony from Louisiana Realtors and our partners at the Louisiana Apartment Association, effectively ending its path this session. This marks a significant win as rent control policies do not address housing supply challenges and instead risk further market distortion. In House Commerce, several key bills move forward. House Bill 1027 by Representative Troy Hebert, which clarifies that appraisers are not liable for a seller's failure to meet smoke and carbon monoxide detector requirements, passed committee unanimously and is now slated for a House floor vote. This common sense measure protects appraisers and helps preserve efficiency in the transaction process. House Bill 673 by Representative Tammy Phelps, which would have imposed new security camera mandates on certain blighted properties, was also voluntarily deferred following industry opposition. Additionally, House Bill 426 by Representative Phelps, which addresses criminal blighting and expands enforcement liability, remains under consideration. Louisiana Realtors is monitoring this bill closely to ensure efforts to address blight do not unintentionally discourage investment or redevelopment. We continue to track broader market integrity and redevelopment efforts. House Bill 468 by Representative Hebert addressing residential wholesaling has now moved to the Senate after unanimous House passage. House Bill 217 by Representative Chance Henry, which provides tax incentives for the rehabilitation of blighted property, also remains active in the Senate and represents a constructive approach to redevelopment. Looking ahead, the House Commerce Committee will consider House Bill 1166 by Representative Kim Carver, which addresses disclosure requirements for vacant residential property. Louisiana Realtors supports clear, consistent consumer disclosures and have been working closely with the author and the Louisiana Real Estate Commission to ensure this bill is structured to promote transparency while maintaining practical standards and avoiding unintended liability for real estate professionals. Overall, the House carried the bulk of real estate activity this week, while the Senate saw limited movement on major realtor priorities. As the session continues, Louisiana Realtors remains focused on protecting private property rights, opposing harmful market interventions, supporting responsible redevelopment, and advancing policies that strengthen real estate transactions for both consumers and our members. That's your Week 6 legislative recap. Stay tuned for our weekly Session Scoop blogs on larealtors.org and wrap-up videos on Louisiana Realtors social sites. Louisiana Realtors is the trusted voice of real estate.